fuck up.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to John Matrixx Talks Movies. And joining me today is Road Rants on. Oh, gotta mute that. Mute that. But joining me is Road Rants on Star Wars today. And we're going to really dive into this Captain Marvel thing. What's going on, Rhodes?
Nothing. I'm back. I'm finally back.
Yeah, you didn't,
how's it going,
drop
man?
off this time.
yeah. I didn't have any crucial laptop crashes.
well, that's good.
That is good. That is good.
I was almost afraid that I was gonna say "What's up, Rhodes," and then all of a sudden,
Nothing. Just crickets.
it was just gonna be nothing.
That's great.
All right, we got 5 people watching right now. We have 7 thumbs up. Thank you so much. Make sure you sub the Road Rants on Star Wars also. And we got 7 people watching it. Jump back up. So we have Mary Videlis is here. We have Leon Tarshina is here. Says your videos are done in such a satisfying way. Well, thank you so much. I aim to please the subscribers.
It's that background, yo.
Everybody loves that background, but it's actually
that background's so good.
Yeah, the background is good, but it's going to change a little bit. I'm actually going to be doing different type of videos. You're going to see me walking around my neighborhood with my dog, shooting from the park, probably in my backyard too with my dog. So just to give it a little bit more flair. So, just make it a little bit more interesting. So,
right.
So we're about to engage in this conversation on Captain Marvel. Put stuff in the chat if you want to send super chats. That's fine too. You don't have to. But let's dive into this, Rhodes.
Yeah.
Captain Marvel tanked on Monday.
I mean, tanked.
Like big time tanked on Monday. Now, I was expecting a huge drop off. I actually made a video saying that I wouldn't be surprised if this movie actually, dropped Last Jedi range because the reviews were kind of bad. But on Monday,
I did a video on this too.
This caught me by surprise.
Yeah. It made the Last Jedi look good.
Yeah.
It made Solo look great.
71.6% drop from Sunday to Monday.
Yeah.
Now, just for reference, Batman versus Superman, which a lot of people think is a bad movie, only dropped 55.5%.
Yeah.
That's not good, man.
No.
That is really not good.
And let's preface this too because I know a lot of people are like, yeah, but it was different times of the year, blah, blah, blah. Well, something I thought about earlier, ironically, after I made my video, or I would have put it in there. A lot of schools are on spring break right now.
I was just about to bring that up too, man. It's so easy for me to get home and everything from work.
Yeah.
Because it's spring break. Spring break, and nobody's going to see this movie on Monday.
Right, exactly.
And tickets are probably cheaper also.
Yeah, I can tell you, kind of disturbing. My town, I drove by our biggest theater today, in fact, and it was about parking lot was maybe about 1/3 full on spring break. So I don't know, man. That tells you right there. This thing's going to get interesting. Do I still believe the movie's going to do well? Yeah, you can't have that kind of start.
Yeah.
And it not come out respectable. I mean, anybody that thinks this thing's going to actually flop now, it's not. It's not going to flop. That dream's over, unfortunately. I thought it was going to do, not a ton more worldwide than it did the first week. Yeah. However, I think the narrative is changing too. I think you had a great deal of social activists show up at the theater over the weekend to try to prove a point. And a lot of comic book fans did not show up, and they won't show up. So
yeah,
it's not going to have legs. You're not going to have 2 and 3 views on this thing like a lot of Marvel movies would get.
And also this movie really isn't opening up in another market either. It pretty much opened up everywhere except for Japan, I believe. But China, everybody's always talking about China. It opened in China too.
It did
So
well in China
yeah, it
too.
did. It did
Right.
good. It did good.
Yeah.
So if it's dropping, 71% here, just imagine what it's going to drop in China.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
imagine that. I mean, definitely. I mean, I'm definitely wrong about the box office numbers. I had this movie doing somewhere around 650.
Yeah.
Now, I don't think it's going to do a billion. Still, it may come close, but with the massive drop off, that's going to be really, really tough. And then you have Avengers Endgame starting a month after that.
Right.
So
Before it opened, did I think it would do 700 million? No. And it's going to do that.
yeah,
Uh, so, any which way, I mean, Marvel will spin this as a win. But I think it's, they did so much like little sort of behind the scenes marketing stuff. and
yeah,
and the other thing, and we're missing this sort of, and one of the narratives here too is we can't overlook the fact that this is opening pre-end game.
yes, that's huge. This is
It's
built
huge.
in
It's
as the
huge.
lead in to Endgame. This movie is really riding the coattails off of Avengers Infinity War. And Marvel came out and said that, she's like the key to Avengers Endgame. So everybody
Right.
wants to go and see, her in Avengers Endgame. But however, from what we've been hearing, a lot of people say you don't even have to watch Avengers Endgame. I'm sorry, you don't have to watch Captain Marvel to get into Avengers Endgame because it really doesn't touch into the Avengers at all, really.
I hope not, because I ain't gonna see it.
No.
So I'm rolling in the end game blind then. So it is what it is.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it is, but man, I just can't believe that it dropped that much, especially on spring break. So that's telling me that the bad reviews are starting to get around now.
Yeah.
I mean, if Batman versus Superman, which a lot of people did not like that movie, only dropped 55%.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just Monday. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. But still, that's a telltale sign, man. That is a, what, 15, 16% drop lower than Batman versus Superman.
Right.
It's on par with Guardians of the Galaxy as far as the drop off goes, and that movie made 863 million worldwide. It's also comparable with Hunger Games. That dropped 69%. Still, that's still better than 71%.
Right. Right.
That made 700 million. And okay, here's something that's interesting. It says here, comparing Captain Marvel's opening Monday, 71.6%, to flicks that had similar weekend opening numbers, offers a different take. Rogue One only dropped 53.3%. The Dark Knight dropped 43.8%. And Hunger Games Catching Fire, 64.3%. That is a huge difference from 71.6%.
Right.
That could spell a lot of trouble for week two. Because week two, I said it before, that is the key for all of these superhero movies, big budget movies. Is all about the drop off in week two.
Right.
This thing dropped 70%. That's it's going to make a lot of money. Week one is a win for Marvel, but week two, it's just going to be a failure. Then, if you ask me, what are your thoughts?
It's going to hurt it. It's going to be a scar. I mean, that's for sure.
Well, it's in Last Jedi territory. Then.
Yeah. I'll tell you something sort of to give you an idea. You remember when Lucasfilm or Warner Chappell copyrighted the Vader fan film?
Right.
Okay. And we all sort of made videos about it and this and that and the other. And one of the videos I made was, at what point do we consider boycotting other Disney products in order to save Star Wars?
A lot of people were making videos on that.
Okay.
And I did too.
Well, I'm going to tell you what I got. I got I got some subs that were like, "Yeah, absolutely, blah blah blah." Then I got some comments from subscribers that said, "I can tell you, I'm not boycotting Marvel." Period.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I got emails saying, "Dude, we love your channel. I'll boycott Lucasfilm all day long, but I'm not boycotting Marvel." And I was like, "Okay." And I mean that kind of gave me a different perspective of, okay, Marvel's got a little bit of a bulletproof thing going on right now. Now, it made me sad because it was like, okay, you're choosing Tony Stark over Luke Skywalker.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pretty clearly, that's what you're saying. Saving Star Wars is not worth giving up Marvel. And that's fine. Maybe it's the time we're growing up in right now, or that people are in right now. We grew up with Star Wars. So many people were sort of growing up with Marvel or whatever.
Yeah.
But it did give me some perspective of, man, Marvel might be able to do most anything they want, and people just aren't going to bail on them.
Yeah.
I
They
mean, sure, some people are, but it was surprising. I was like, wow, okay. I mean, flat nose, not going to happen. Not going to boycott it.
Yeah, they
And
seem to be Teflon in a way.
yeah,
They
agree.
really
Yeah.
do. Guys, we have 20 people watching right now. Thank you so much. And I do want to go here to the chat real quick. Maureen says, I heard it is dropping in China. So she's heard about that. I haven't heard that yet, but I'm assumed that it would. What else here? Maridella said you don't need to see it for in game. So that's good to know right there. And also Mara J says, in it now was I think she says no ties to in game. So, oh yeah, she says that. No way, no ties to in game. So that's good. Drunk 3PO is here. What's up, John? Thank you, Drunk 3PO, for joining us. So, and this is very, very concerning right here. All of the controversy now is starting to happen now in week number 2. There's also controversy about Disney possibly, buying a lot of tickets themselves to inflate the numbers, because people have been posting pictures and showing empty theaters for this movie. I don't know that for a fact.
Yeah, I've seen some too.
I've seen some too, but that is concerning. It's possible. The whole Rotten Tomatoes thing now, the movie's up to 63%. And Rotten Tomatoes actually admitted, this is what they actually said. Actually, SC Reviews posted a video on this, and it's really, really good stuff, guys. But I'm gonna tell you what happened in his video. Rotten Tomatoes did have a plan to pretty much eliminate the "don't want to see" button on there. But however, they said when Captain Marvel started getting a lot of "don't want to sees," they accelerated their plans. They protected Captain Marvel. So when they do that, and you also see the manipulation of the audience score, this is just a really, really bad look for Rotten Tomatoes.
Well, they protected another big Disney property in
Bingo.
the process.
They did.
9. Yeah.
They did.
Yeah.
But why didn't they protect other movies? Why didn't they
protect Batman v Superman?
Yeah. It didn't. I mean, Batman and Superman, you're expecting a lot on that, but they didn't protect that movie.
No, there's a lot of films. Man of Steel, they didn't protect it either.
Man of Steel, I don't think Man of Steel is that bad on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh no, I thought it was a good movie, but I mean, the audience, I don't know what the audience score is on that movie right now. I know a lot of people that don't like it. I actually like the movie quite a bit.
I did. I like Man of Steel also. Actually, Man of Steel is not that bad on here. Actually, the audience score is a 75. Now the tomato meter is a 56. So it's holding pretty good on the audience score.
You know what? I don't listen to critics, period. I don't.
Yeah. critics have bad taste, you know? I mean, even Christian Harloff, who I really like him, he's even saying now, The Last Jedi is getting better as I watch it more. Like, no. That's a movie. He said that.
He's been talking. I wonder why he said that, because even a month ago, he had said during one of Collider's podcast, he literally said he was doing a countdown of his top Star Wars movies, and the girl across the table from him made some Last Jedi wisecrack. And he said, I can tell you right now, The Last Jedi is not even close to being at the top of this list.
Which is probably true. He didn't say where it was actually going. He just said it's getting better as he watches it more. That's one weird, movie that does not get better the more you watch it.
No. And Harloff and Mark Fernandez are really the only two guys I can sort of stomach over there.
I like Mark Fernandez, but
he hates Disney Star Wars.
I know. I know. But a lot of those guys over there, man, they're nothing more than a mouth for the mouse.
Oh,
that's what they are, you know.
Kylo Kim makes me want to just shoot myself.
Oh, Ken Knapsack. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, God, he is so.
Who is it? Who is on the ruler two with him? Is it Mark Riley or whatever? I think it's Mark Riley.
No, you're thinking about Ken is on Jedi Council with Harloff.
Yeah, but one of them said that I love my Disney Star Wars. I love what they're doing with it. I was like,
might have been Mark Riley. He likes The Last
Jedi. That's what I'm thinking. I'm getting the faces confused now, since it's actually been a while. So,
yeah, they both have beards.
Yeah, but I do notice though, it is the Shield Media. They love to protect big budget movies that perform badly, but yet they didn't do that, especially when it comes to having females in it. But yet they did not do anything to protect Batman versus Superman. You know, what do you think?
Yep. I don't know, man. There's something going on with the media. I'll tell you what I'm noticing. The media is stepping in and protecting properties that have a social narrative to it. That's what I think. You know, like The Last Jedi. They've all continued to say sexist racists don't like the movie, blah, blah, blah. Nothing about the quality of the movie itself. And I have said, regardless of social narratives in the movie's just not very good either. It's a horribly done Star Wars movie. But that's what they go to, you know, when Screen Rant writes an article. And have you ever noticed, as you read articles about The Last Jedi, that they always take a shot at people that didn't like the movie? Have you ever noticed that?
Yes.
I mean, you're reading and you're like, okay, cool. I'm seeing this article, and next thing you know, they'll drop a troll, they'll drop a man baby, they'll drop a sexist and racist on YouTube, they'll drop it's ridiculous. And what you got with Captain Marvel is you've got, you know, this should have been or could still be the MCU's Last Jedi. Now, have you talked to anybody that's seen the movie? Because several of my subs saw it.
Yeah, I know Mary Videlis, she saw it. She was on here when you were supposed to be on. She saw it.
Okay. I got subs that said it wasn't bad. They just said it wasn't great. It was just like there.
Yeah, that's for the most part. I think a lot of people that like it, the best that we've gotten as far as review goes, is it's okay.
Right.
I can live without it. That's
right.
I mean, that's what they're saying.
Like Solo. I enjoyed Solo, but
I mean,
if there wasn't a Solo, I wouldn't die right now. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure if somebody took The Empire Strikes Back away from me, my heart would stop.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, and the biggest Disney shill, John Campea, he couldn't even say this movie was great. He said he wouldn't put this movie in his top 8 to 10 MCU movies. He says it's like middle of the pack. And you know, he's the biggest shill there is.
Oh yeah, he's like leading the shield over the wall or trying to.
So if he's saying this movie is like middle of the road, then you know the movie's probably worse than that.
Norman Iglesias says he walked out in the first 40 minutes.
Norman Iglesias,
Yeah.
40 minutes. Wow.
Here in the chat. Yeah.
I don't.
It
Oh,
is not
I
their.
see it now. I was like looking
Yeah.
in chat. I was like, where is it? Yeah, I see that now. Uh,
It is not their job to protect bad movies. Their job is to let people have an opinion.
yeah.
Agreed.
Leon says most of the responses I've seen were very blah. Not Last Jedi outrage. No, because for one thing, let's say this movie was actually on a Last Jedi level as far as how bad it goes, it still wouldn't have that kind of outrage because Star Wars is just sacred. You know,
Hmm.
what the Last Jedi did to Star Wars was the equivalent of burning a Bible, you know,
Yeah.
or burning the U.S. flag, that kind of thing.
Absolutely. Yeah.
The MCU doesn't have that historic background the way Star Wars does. You know, so maybe like in 20 years after they release, MCU movie number 40 or something, and all it becomes historic, and then it has a true Last Jedi type of movie, then maybe you'll see that kind of outrage.
Right.
But the thing is, the MCU has had, okay movies, but the expectations for Star Wars movies are way higher than MCU movies.
See, I agree. I agree. I know a lot of people. Um, there are people of a certain age that don't agree with that. But I absolutely agree. I think a Star and here's the problem: Disney does not agree. They believe Star Wars is no different than any other property they got, and that's the problem we got right now.
Well, the thing
Is
is,
they
they have like 100 properties that they
Yeah,
own.
I that
So,
seriously. In fact, we were talking about Harloff. He literally come out and said he thinks that's Disney's problem. Like 5 Jedi Councils ago,
yeah.
he got asked about how do you think Disney views Star Wars, and he said, "Well, we view it as something, life changing." He said, "I don't believe Disney does." He said, "I think they think it's a movie just like any other movie," and that's huge. That's a huge problem. You
But
know.
think of this. As much as we think that that Lucasfilm actually, makes a lot of money, it's a drop in the bucket. You know, here's just a list right here of what they own. Okay. They have Walt Disney Animation, Pixar, Industrial Light and Magic. That's the Lucasfilm stuff. Marvel Studios. Uh, man, they got Buena Vista Records, Hollywood Records,
Yeah.
Disney Theoretical Productions. Of course, they own ABC, A&E,
ESPN.
ESPN, of course, Disney Channel, of course. Man, they got a lot of stuff here. I'm just scrolling down. Disney Retail. They, of course, their theme parks, as always. Now, I'm scrolling down through on Wikipedia. I'm only halfway through it, and I skipped
They,
some stuff.
hey, they just purchased Fox.
Yep, they just purchased Fox too.
All those Deadpool, X-Men, Fantastic Four,
Yeah.
all these Fox properties. Aliens comes with that, by the way. Alien is a Fox.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah. So, you know, do I believe that? I mean, essentially, it's eventually going to come down to two entertainment entities:
Hmm.
Warner, Disney, and I think that's the only two. They're going to own basically everything. It's going to
Hmm.
be, it's just going to be ridiculous. It's heading in that direction because Disney owns Hulu now. See?
Yeah, that's
So,
true.
yeah, I mean, think about that a minute.
Yeah.
Um,
So,
and and you know, AT&T, what did they try to buy, or they did buy a while back? AT&T's trying to buy a part of the entertainment industry.
oh yeah,
And
I
then I
can't
think
remember.
Warner stepped in and bought AT&T or something like that. But it was, I mean, it's literally, I don't know. I mean, like if Disney doesn't sort of like change the direction they're going in, I mean, it's going to be like, well, if you even want to consume entertainment, you're not going to have much of a choice.
Right.
unless you want to walk out and go fishing or something.
Right.
If it is media, it's going to be like Warner or Disney, and that's it.
Right. Guys, we got 20 people watching right now. We only got 11 thumbs up. Can you do me a favor and smash the like button for me? Thank you so much. Thank you so much for helping us. Maybe that'll spark the algorithm. We can get 30 people watching right now. So let's get that. Let's get the lights up, folks. Thank you.
Lily
And
House, Drunk 3PO, Mara Jade. Yeah.
Yeah.
21 watching.
Yeah, we got 21 people watching right now. Man, so much fun, joining all you guys in here. D Penske just joined in. Just in and smash the like button. Thank you so much. All right, we got 14 likes. It's starting to happen right now. We're getting up there. We're getting up there, folks.
Little bad versus evil earlier in the week here.
Yeah. A little bit different type of
a little different flair.
Yeah, a little bit. But as far as like Disney goes, as far as like their future, as far as like the movie industry goes, I think they're really on a downward trend. I think they're almost becoming right now, with the SJW stuff, Star Wars, they're becoming a laughingstock. If you ask me. So they really do have some serious issues right now. I see the Star Wars trend getting over to the MCU, and that's not a very good thing at all.
No, I hope not. I mean, at some point, they're going to have to realize that there is a lot of money in middle and southern America because they're choosing to sort of ignore those demographics, right? In the Midwest,
right?
Where we're at, Texas, Denver, Salt Lake City, Kansas City, Chicago. Well, I was going to say Chicago, but Illinois, places around Illinois, like where my stepdaughter is. They're leaving behind sort of. They don't realize there's a lot of that blue collar mentality out there, right? Hard work. We're not impressed by social issues, right? Now, and I think here's the problem: they don't understand. We really don't care what social narrative people belong to. We just don't feel like anybody should be given some hero status over a social issue.
Right.
Okay. That's just my feeling. Kind of going back to the Caitlyn Jenner thing.
Right.
And there's sort of at some point there's got to be a correction back to where this part of the country is valuable. Because, especially as you go further north of Texas, look at all the places where they have to stay inside and watch TV, right? Look at the weather right now.
Yeah, another winter storm.
Well, yeah, another.
We're pretty warm in Texas, folks. We're pretty warm in Texas.
Yeah, but we wasn't even 2 weeks ago.
It was freezing 2 weeks ago.
Right. There's got to come a point. I mean, and there is value in those kind of shows. Ending, Longmire, Blue Bloods. These shows get huge ratings because they connect to a value set in the country. And they're Drunk 3PO said pushing out the middle class. The middle class is valuable,
Yes. And here I'm gonna just interject for a second. Here's where I think things start to go wrong. Somebody made a video on YouTube last year. I remember this because I was actually thinking, where did we end up going wrong as a society in Hollywood? Just got really, really just so woke and they just fell off the cliff. And he said, remember back in the day, if you want to make it big in entertainment and everything like that, you went to like New York, and
right.
You know, it was like New York. That's where you had to be. You wanted to work in newspapers. You wanted to make it big. You have to go to New York. But he said now today is different. Today, it's all about Silicon Valley. Where's Silicon Valley? In California.
Yeah.
Social media is highly influencing, you know, our culture. And California, they really have far left, over the edge politics. That's why you see everything getting woke right now in entertainment. They're over there in California. You know, they don't think like the rest of us. Like for example, the actress, what's her name? Man, what's her name? Anyway, she came out, she's a white actress, and she came
Are
out
you
and she
talking about Alyssa Milano?
Alyssa Milano, yes.
Yeah, I saw it.
Guys, you heard what she said, Rhodes?
She got murdered.
She got murdered for what she said, and she absolutely deserved it. It was so. I don't remember the exact words she said. You remember exactly what she said?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm all colors. I'm all. What'd she say?
She said I'm transgender and
all this stuff.
Just everything. I was like, come on.
You're also an idiot.
Now that's SJW politics right there. That's their message right there. I was like, you're not transgender. You're not black. Come on.
Yep.
But that's the way we are now, pandering to everyone. Does she believe any of that? What she's saying? Absolutely not. That's the SJW mindset right there.
And she's been one of the like card-carrying members of that SJW community. They lit her up real fast.
Oh yeah, bit time. Kind
of like, you know, they turned on John Kasdan a while back too. Did you see that?
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah, John Kasdan had made some kind of a statement.
And for note, John Kasdan is very woke.
Yeah. Well, he found out what it was like to be on the other side of the coin. And you know who come out and defended him was Ethan over
Comic EVS?
Yeah.
I think I remember. I don't remember what he said though. Yeah.
They went after him for some kind of thing he said about trying to impress women so he could try to get a date or something. Blah, blah, blah. Anyway, the SJWs just destroyed him as some, you know, looking at women, trying to, you know, basically the idea of just trying to get a date. You know, what we used to call trying to get a date. Well, they crushed him for it, you know. And so he found out, and then the worst thing he did was apologize, and then they really had blood in the water. I mean, they went after him. It was bad.
Guys, we have
Final Tap in the house.
Yeah, we have 28 people watching right now. In case you don't know, if you're new, I'm John Matrixx. I'm here with Rhodes Rants on Star Wars. And Rhodes, make sure you drop your link in the description. Make sure you guys go and subscribe to Rhodes Rants on Star Wars. Good content. He covers Star Wars. He covers Marvel. He covers horror movies. If you like horror movies, he's in all that. Me personally, I don't really cover horror movies. I do like them, but he's a horror movie fanatic. So
yeah, I ran a horror website for a decade. So
yeah, Matt Messling says it's freezing in Canada for 5 months in Canada. Well, it's Canada, of course. D. Pensky brings up something interesting here. I didn't know if I was going to talk about this or not. Said, look at the Hollywood college bribing scandal. They proved themselves once again. Yes, that is huge. That's huge right now. Lori Loughlin. I mean, if you're so rich, why do you have to pay to bribe your kid into college? Do you not think they're smart enough to get into the school that they want to get in? You would think. And she paid like $500,000. Some parents, they were paying like $6 million to get that kid into the school of their choice. And these are rich people. I know some of them are in Hollywood, some of them from everywhere. Actually, two people were actually here in Houston. They got busted. I think one of them was like SAT proctor or something like that. So it's really bad, man. That's really, really bad. And I
There
know
was a
some of these do.
ton of schools involved in that too.
I mean, Yale was involved in that.
University
Yale.
of Texas was involved.
Oh, really? UT was
Oh
involved. I
yeah,
didn't know that.
yeah, yeah.
But to see Yale involved in that, that's really shocking. That's a school where you think people have a lot of brains and they go to that. I mean, if you can bribe your way into Yale, you can bribe your way into any school if you got
Right.
money. And that's another thing too. That's why Hollywood is so woke right now, because it's all about the dollar bills. You can just bribe your way into being woke. You don't have to believe in what you say, but if you got the money and if you want to be woke enough, it'll happen. So,
Why is SJW so damn vicious anyway?
well, I think
I mean,
they,
that they have said to people like Clint Eastwood and James Woods and people. I mean, just vile. We hope you die, and just when is Clint Eastwood said something a while back, and it was like it was just sort of like some what we would think is common sense something, and I don't know what it was about necessarily,
yeah,
but I mean, they just went nuts on him. I mean, they were saying, when is Clint Eastwood going to die, and will he
wow,
hurry up and die? Yeah, I mean, it was awful. And I was
that
like,
is just
who
really
raised
bad.
these people?
But
I'm like,
like I
wow.
told you, man, we're in the social media age when there's a bunch of SJWs in in Hollywood. The far left is falling off a cliff, and that's the way they believe over there, and they're trying to inflict that on everybody. The common
We just
man,
hit 30.
yeah, I know. That's how we had 31 people watching. I don't think we've ever had that before on this channel. So that's really good. We got 30 people watching. We should be able to get 30 thumbs up. So let's see if we can make that happen. But I was thinking, was it? I think it was Mecca Random that actually posted a video, and she was saying like certain movies wouldn't be able to get made today. And I grew up in the 80s, and I remember Porky's. Remember Porky's Roads?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
There is no way in the world Porky's would get made today. And if you're not that old, me and Rose we're old farts. So I don't even think American Pie would even get made today,
That
because they
ain't
would
been that
say,
long ago.
I know. Well, actually, American Pie came out in 1999, believe it or not.
Well, I mean, I
So yeah,
know, but you wouldn't think. Look how much society has changed just since then.
yes, yes.
God.
They would call that movie the objectification of women, and there's no way anybody would greenlight American Pie getting made today, even though that movie is funny, super funny. It was like the Porky's of its time.
Do you
So
know
those
anybody
two
that
movies
got
didn't.
Do you know anybody that got scarred for life from watching Porky's or American Pie?
No,
Yeah.
American Pie was like a cultural phenomenon. It was just funny. It was a comedy. You don't have to take it seriously. But SJWs, they want to take these things seriously. You know, we need more representation. We need more representation in Hollywood. Let's make Finn and Poe lovers. It's like, why in the world you need? And that was a real thing from SJWs too. I'm
Oh
not
yeah.
making it up.
They were pushing the
They were pushing.
yeah.
They were pushing to get Finn and Poe to be lovers in the movie, because they had a bromance, And now, since that didn't really work out, now they're trying to push the Raylo thing in a way. Ugh.
Max Messling says the SJW behavior reminds me of borderline personality disorder. Yeah, it almost seems like
Yeah.
some weird sickness. Yeah, it does.
I mean, SJWism is a sickness. Wokeness is a sickness. It just is, guys. It just is. I mean, and from for all intents and purposes, I hear that Captain Marvel overall isn't completely woke, but I'm hearing the way they treat Nick Fury in this movie, it's not good. Nick Fury it's not good. I'm talking about like he's washing dishes in the movie for Brie Larson, for Captain Marvel.
Yeah, so hey, Mel Brooks is unacceptable these days.
Oh, Mel Brooks. Like, I love Blazing Saddles. Blazing Saddles is so funny.
So
That
good.
movie would never get made today. They
Cleavon
would
Little.
call racism left and right. And the whole point of that movie was it was supposed to be racism. It was making fun of racism. That was the whole point.
Totally.
I
They
mean,
killed racism through that whole movie.
yeah, I mean, it was about a black guy that was a sheriff of this town, in the Wild
Right.
West. That was the whole point of it. Don't take it seriously, SJWs. It won't hurt you.
It was the literal, y'all kiss my ass, I'm the sheriff. I mean, that was what the movie was about.
I'm not gonna lie, man. When that white lady called the sheriff the N-word,
Yeah.
I died laughing, man. It was so funny. But SJWs would be like, that's racist. That woman's racist.
Never get made.
I was like,
no.
I would be like, man, the woman's just an actress. It's a comedy, Now, like, what's another movie that would never get made today? The first Scary Movie, I don't think would ever get made today. I don't think so. Because that whole set scene in there, actually, it was a set scene that were making fun of sets. And this guy just likes to explode like all over the ceiling. It was funny. SJ,
I can tell you what show would never get made now, and that's The Dukes of Hazzard.
Oh God, no.
Yeah, no way.
And I grew up on that show. They would say that General Lee was racist. They would call Tom Wopat and John Snyder racist because they were in that show. Come on, John Snyder's not racist.
No, neither is Tom Wopat.
Yeah, John Snyder. John Snyder he's Jonathan Kent on Smallville. We love him in that show.
But I mean, John Schneider stars on the Tyler Perry show and has for like 5 years. On what's the OWN channel or whatever Oprah's channel is? Yeah,
there's the OWN channel. Yeah, I don't watch that channel.
There's like a high rated show on that channel, and he stars on it. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh. And him and Tom Wopat, they go around, playing their music and stuff as musicians. But when I grew up watching the Dukes of Hazzard, man, I wasn't thinking of the General Lee as racist. And you know what? I'm right here in Houston. There's a school named after General Lee. It's called Baytown Lee, right down the road.
Mm-hmm.
Never thought of it as like, hey, that's racist.
Right.
So because in Texas, we got a lot of.
I'm going to tell you this too. I managed for years in the corporate world, and I'm just gonna put it out there. Our employee demographic was about 50% African American. So I became friends with a lot of African Americans. I'm not talking about like 2 people. I'm talking about like 100. And on a personal level, I knew these people at work and away from work. And I can tell you, they don't sit around thinking about stuff like that. They don't say, well, Robert E. Lee High School's down the road, so I'm pissed off about it. I'm going to go pick it.
Yeah.
They just don't. They don't sit around. They don't think about that sort of thing, I mean, the media will tell you they do, but they don't. They're like, I don't give a shit. I just don't.
Yeah, just like the tomahawk chop at like Braves games or something like that. The whole Washington Redskin thing. The social justice media is the ones that's trying to get them to change the name. I mean, where were they 40 years ago when they were called the Redskins?
Right.
They didn't say nothing about it, but now
nothing.
It's more politically correct now.
Mayor Jade says, "Our Airplane," where the white woman interprets jive talk.
Oh man, I love Airplane. Airplane is one of my favorite. That's probably the funniest movie ever. Yeah, so jive talk. That movie would definitely never get made today.
Or fly,
because the jive talk that was making fun of black people. Hey, but you know what though? Honestly, jive talk was a real thing.
Yeah.
It was a real thing, But
it's crazy where we've gotten.
I mean, think of this. A really good movie is with Tom Cruise is Far and Away. He has this crazy Irish accent. Was he making fun of Irish people and their accent in the movie?
Right.
No. Right. He was playing an Irish person. Yeah,
right.
Just
like they tried to call The Last Samurai racist too, so
which is ridiculous. That's a great movie.
What can you do?
There was people actually saying that First Man was racist. because they didn't have any representation in that movie. First Man is about the first man that walked on the moon. He was a white guy. The first people that walked on the moon were white guys. So, what do you want? Some other different kind of astronauts just for representation on the moon? That didn't happen. That's not the way it works, folks. It was all, and I didn't even like the movie. I saw the movie. I thought it was dull, but
I still haven't seen it.
You're not missing much. Now, the moonwalking stuff is pretty cool. It actually looks like they're really on the moon, but the movie's a little different though. So, Princess Elsa says, "Can I ask a Star Wars question, please?" Well, of course. I mean, he's called Road Rants on Star Wars for a reason. I put out a lot of Star Wars videos too, so do it. So drive away. You guys ask questions.
Absolutely.
Smash them down. We will answer your questions. So
D Penzak says they're saying the clone of George Washington University is offensive.
Okay. We're offended by everything today.
Oh yeah.
Why am I not surprised? You know? We're offended by everything. You know, we become so woke now. I mean, we can't trust the media. We can't trust Rotten Tomatoes. We can't trust SJWs. Who can we trust? I guess our parents.
Snoke Spinal Tap loved Black Klansman.
Black Klansman was funny. I mean, that was a good movie. It really was.
I have not seen it yet. I've got it right.
It's a good. I mean, Adam Driver is really good in that movie, man, because he has to play. You know, his character is actually Jewish, and he actually has to play, you know, a Klansman, and then he also has to play a cop, and it's really good. Spike Lee did a good job directing that movie. What I didn't like was the identity politics at the end, because I think those scenes he put at the end had nothing to do with what was going on in that movie.
Right.
So,
I'm offended I can't get toothpaste back in the tube. That's good.
Well, you need to take that up with the toothpaste company, because they're being offensive by not allowing you to put toothpaste back in the tube.
Right. You better sue the hell out of some Colgate.
Yeah. So, guys, send us some questions. We want to answer some of your questions. We got 29 people watching right now, 24 thumbs up. Can we get to 30 thumbs up? That's just a simple request. That's not too much to ask. And make sure you subscribe to Road Rants on Star Wars. He put his link in the chat in a chat also.
Here we go. Do you think Han Solo asking Rey to join him in episode 7 was a hint J.J. Abrams intended Rey to be Han and Leia's secret daughter? No. I do not.
I just think they tried to like really kind of like Mary Sue her and like making her all divine, like Han couldn't pass her up, and that's the vibe I got. So that's what I think.
I don't know that. I still think at the literal time, I think if you would have asked J.J. Abrams, he would have said she's a Skywalker. That's my guess.
Yeah, but I don't know if he can go down that road now.
You know, yeah. I mean, to me, it would almost be like, God, of course, I'm rooting for a dark side turn out of her. Just so Adam Driver can strike her down and everybody goes home happy.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
How much do you think episode 9 will ultimately make?
I said 900 million. I'm sticking with that.
Okay. 1.4 billion.
Yep, and we got a bet going on. Steak dinner. Don't forget.
Steak dinner. Yep.
Steak dinner. Do you think they remake Pretty Woman today? No. SJWs would kill that movie. A woman as a prostitute going with a rich white man? No. Because
they do it, but it'd be like some gay gigolo thing. So
Yeah,
Oh, can I say that out loud?
I
Yep,
don't
there it
know.
is. Sorry,
Well,
guys.
you did it anyway, so
Yeah,
they're gonna demonetize this live stream because of you.
they ain't gonna do that.
Nah,
They
that's
hear
been,
way worse. They're paying out way worse. I guarantee you.
yeah, definitely, definitely. Uh, John Matrix, what do you think about Decente? Who's Decente? You know who that is?
No.
I don't know who that is. Sorry.
I just started The Expanse, but I'm literally only one episode in, and so far I do like it. But I preface this: I am a Thomas Jane fan, so as long as he's in the show, I'm going to try to stay with it. We just hit 31, 33 watching.
Oh,
James Clark, what's up?
what's going on, James Clark? Welcome in. He's a regular here. I'm seeing a lot of new people here in the live stream. I mean,
I see some
Princess,
Road Squadron in the house
yeah.
too.
Some of the new people I see G Aro, Princess Elsa. She was on the last live stream too. Lily Patton. I know I've been getting a lot of new subs, so welcome and thanks for joining us. I'm usually here on Going Live with Roads. And we also have a show on Fridays at 5:30 p.m. called Bad versus Evil. And we're going to be talking roughly kind of the same things, a little bit different format, but that show it's been growing. Friday nights, 5 p.m.
It's
Central
a
Time.
fun show. It is so
Yes.
fun.
Yes,
Yeah.
because we go off on tangents and Road says some crazy stuff, and then I have to, correct him on it.
Oh man, you ain't correcting nobody.
Think
Stop it.
think of it like this. Think of it as Bad versus Evil is kind of like First Take or Undisputed.
Yeah.
Skip Bayless
Yeah.
versus Shannon
Yeah.
Sharp or Max Kellerman versus Stephen A. Smith. Because some of the stuff he says is blasphemous. This guy actually
I
has
tell you what, that's for our show. That's for the Friday show. You
well,
show up on Friday. If you show up on Bad versus Evil, you get to find out what he's fixing to say.
this guy actually. I'll say this:
Don't do it.
he actually has The Force Awakens
Here we go.
in his top 10, but he has it above Terminator 2. That is utter blasphemy. That's the stuff we deal with on our show. No, I couldn't do it. I couldn't hold it in because that still bothers me, man.
Do it.
I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it.
You couldn't.
It bothers me. It bothers me
And
way
you know
too
what's
much.
messed up is you got some random lame. Oh, Titanic! You got Titanic's lame ass in your top movies. That is a horrible movie. Stop it! It is horrible.
Dude,
stop,
dude. You talk about horrible, but you have.
She could have got him on that floating whatever she had in the. No, she's got to let him go, and he's got to drown. I don't want to hear it. It's terrible.
I got a question for you guys.
And you made a movie about something that we know exactly how it's going to end.
Guys,
my favorite person in that movie was Billy Zane. There, I said it.
Let me ask you guys, since we got 31 people watching right now, just give me one answer in the chat. Which movie is better, The Force Awakens or Terminator 2? So I'm going to drop it in the chat right now.
Oh, they're going to say Terminator 2.
Oh, you don't know that.
Everybody got to save face. Everybody got.
So I started off. You guys drop it in the chat
and be like, yeah, they're not going to.
Yeah, just let it flow. Let's see what you got here. Matt Smesling, T2. Giaro, T2.
Yeah.
Spinal Tap, T2. Marj, T2. Maureen, T2. Princess Elsa says all James Cameron movies are good. Yes, Alita is very good too. That's a James Cameron movie.
That I actually have T2 in my top 10 too, right?
What's that?
I didn't exactly say the T2 was trash. It was literally in my top 10 movies of all.
Yeah, but you had The Force Awakens above it, which is just blasphemous.
It's a Star Wars movie.
I get that it's a Star Wars movie. Okay, James Clark has The Force Awakens. Be happy.
Do not give me the last movie. Come on, no, we're not going down that road.
What's
James Clark, you see what he says?
Wait,
somebody Awakens because of Harrison. And that's exactly the same reason I got it in.
Did you say something about The Last Jedi?
Yeah, no. Oh, yeah, we shouldn't speak it. What is that? Words we don't say. Oh.
The Last Jedi does not exist in this dojo, does it?
No, Sensei.
Exactly.
Aliens. Joe K 470 says aliens. The Friday
Aliens.
shows remind me of Mike and Mike.
Ah, good old Mike and Mike. They've been off the
That,
air for a year though, huh?
hey, D Penzak says They Live couldn't get remade. One of my hey, you have not seen They Live, have you?
I don't
You
think I have.
you got to watch that, man.
Yeah.
John Carpenter,
I think everybody's agreeing with me. T2. Everybody's agreeing with me.
Train Spotting. Yeah, I saw Train Spotting. I have not seen it.
Yeah, Marj says a lot of 80s and 90s movies couldn't be made today. No, I don't think. You know what? One movie I really like, and I don't think it'll get made today. Revenge of the Nerds. I don't think they could because remember they put the cameras in the sorority house and they were watching, spying on the girls taking showers and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. No way in the world that would get made. But that's a college thing, you know?
Right.
No way in the world that movie would get made. And all the hazing and stuff from fraternities, nah, would get made. Spinal said Rogue One, I would maybe put before T2. Empire Strikes Back, definitely before T2. Okay, I can go with you. I can go with Empire.
Empire was number one.
I am not putting Rogue One, and I love Rogue One. I'm not putting that above T2.
Yeah, I've got
absolutely not.
I've got The Empire Strikes Back as my number one movie of all time. Period. Number one. It was we of course some of the people that have caught the Friday show know what our favorite movies are of all time. It keeps coming up.
Yeah. Couldn't remake Weird Science? I could see them remaking Weird Science.
I'm sure the robot or the girl they built would be transgender.
I'm pretty sure that SJWs would freak out if they didn't make a transgender human or something like that.
Princess Elsa says, "How come they didn't put Timothy Zahn's story into episode 7 to 9 instead?
Well,
how come they didn't use George Lucas?
I know exactly. They threw out George's stuff, you know.
Right.
They threw out all George Lucas stuff, and actually, they could have left. They could have left the expanded universe is like canon, and they could have just made their own stuff. But no, they should have just taken George Lucas's story treatments and went from there. But oh no, they couldn't do it. They had to disrespect the creator. That's what they do. That's what they do.
Guys, they couldn't make Stripes today either.
Guys, I'm almost at 1,200 subscribers. I'm at 1171. Thank you guys so much.
Rock on.
I'm assuming a lot of new people have been joining the live stream now because we have 27 people watching right now. It's all because of Rhodes saying that The Force Awakens is better than T2.
No, man, we hit 33 long before we got around to YouTube.
Okay, yeah.
Throw me out of the bus like that.
Yeah, it's the Captain Marvel title.
Rogue One is Snoke's final favorite Disney Star Wars movie.
I think that's, for the most part, I think most people overall are going to say Rogue One is the best Disney Star Wars movie, and I agree with that by a mile. But I know you like The Force Awakens better, right?
Yeah. But you've got to remember, Harrison Ford is far and away my favorite actor. I mean, there's not even close to for me.
Yeah, Rhodes worships Harrison Ford.
Yeah, I worship at the altar that is Harrison Ford in all his movies. That's why like 7 of his movies are in my top 10.
But don't you have Indiana Jones just outside the top 10?
I've got one of them outside, but in all of the Indiana Jones movies except the Crystal Skull made my top 20.
Hey, you know what? You know what though? Me and my wife watched the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull a few weeks ago. It's the first time I saw it in years. I was like, man, the movie's not as bad as I remember it.
Not nearly as bad as people make it out to be.
No, I mean, I would actually say it's good. It's actually good.
In fact, that first 10 minutes is like 10 or 15 minutes is highly entertaining.
Yes. And if they can make Indiana Jones just as good as that one and the next one without getting it all SJW'd up, then I'll be okay with that because I don't have any expectations with John Caston writing the script, which is cringeworthy as it is. So, you know?
Right, right. My first character crush was Indiana Jones.
I don't know if I ever had a character crush before.
Shia LaBeouf ruined it. Man, did you think he was awful in that? Because I didn't think he did that bad.
I don't think he was that bad.
You know?
I think...
I
guess
thought
maybe...
he was pretty decent in the first Transformers, too, you know?
Yeah. But I guess we got so used to the Nazis being in the Indiana Jones movies, and those were good, you know, with the Nazis, but there was no Nazis in this one. It was Russians this time. So I'm wondering now who would actually be what enemy would be in the next one. I'm assuming it would probably be like the Soviet Union, because I'm thinking it's going to take place like in the 1970s. That's what I'm thinking. So it may have something to do with... It may actually have something to do with landing on the moon or something, you know? Never know.
Right.
Where are you? Princess Elsa, John, make sure you made a good point in your video that it's sad Luke, Leia, and Han never had a scene together in new movies. Yes, that is unforgivable in the sequel trilogy. It just is. I mean, even if you don't even have a good story, which they really didn't, you would think that they would actually put those three characters in one scene together. I mean, were you disappointed by that, Rhodes?
Yeah. I mean, now that it's played out the way it has, yeah. At the time, I was like, you know, surely something will happen where, you know, I thought Luke and... I had heard rumors about... You remember when Colin Trevorrow was originally directing Episode 9?
Yeah.
Well, Luke and Leia was supposed to have like significant, like they were supposed to be the two heroes of the movie.
Yes.
And that's the reason he was fired, because he lost his ever loving, trying not to get you demonetized, over the fact that Luke was going to die. He did not want that to happen.
No, he didn't. That's the main reason why he was fired.
Yeah.
Because you know what? No, I was thinking he said he was going to do something special for Luke and Leia.
Yep.
I think that he was actually going to take some of what George Lucas had planned, because originally George Lucas had Luke training Leia in the ways of the Force. And I think he probably wanted something like that, maybe. And they were going to be using the Force together.
Yeah.
But,
I do too.
But to me, man, they have so disrespected the character of Leia in The Force Awakens and Last Jedi. She just stands around. She does nothing. She stuns Poe. She's done nothing.
Well,
the droids have done nothing. Yeah, but even in The Force Awakens, she didn't do anything. She just stood around. I was like, Princess Leia does more than that. You know, she can't just
do something.
She can't just be standing behind a screen the whole time. I mean, she did nothing. So I'm wondering what she's going to be doing in Episode 9, considering they have to use old footage that they had already shot to even put her in the movie. That
the guys are in the chat fighting over who runs worse, Harrison Ford or Steven Seagal. It is definitely Steven Seagal.
Wait, who does what now?
Runs worse, like runs, you know?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's definitely Steven Seagal. He runs and has those like hands doing a weird something. It's kind of scary.
Yeah. Also, Steven Seagal is kind of fat now.
Yeah.
I mean, for a martial artist, you would think he would be in shape.
Yeah.
Harrison Ford is always in shape.
No doubt. I do believe Steven Seagal probably kicked somebody's ass pretty good, but every actor should take lessons from Tom Cruise on running. Tom Cruise runs like nobody's business. He's right about that.
But Tom Cruise takes care of his body, man. That guy's 56 years old. He's in tremendous shape. And also, man, if you have not seen Mission Impossible Fallout, guys, that movie is great. Absolutely
I haven't
great,
seen the last. I haven't seen the last two. I don't think.
dude.
I hear they're good though.
Fallout is amazing. Actually,
Yeah.
watch the one before it first because the villain in that one is actually in Fallout. But Mission Impossible Fallout is so great, it actually may be making its way into my top 20. That's
Is
how
is
good this movie
is
is.
Henry Cavill in that one too?
Yes. No,
Okay.
no. Henry Cavill's just in the last one in
Oh,
Fallout.
okay. Okay.
That movie was so amazing. I had it as the second best movie of last year behind Infinity War.
I heard it was really good.
That movie is
Yeah.
really, really good. And I actually am a big fan of Ghost Protocol. But man, Fallout, just when you think that Mission Impossible couldn't get any better, it takes it to another level, you know? Like
Mhm.
that Mission Impossible 1 was really good. Then Mission Impossible 2 wasn't that good. Then J.J. Abrams comes in, Mission Impossible 3, and bam,
Well,
it just
he
takes off from there.
rebooted that whole franchise. He produces all of those
Yeah,
new
but
ones.
he
Yeah.
directed part 3 though, right?
Right. Right. Yeah.
Right. And it took it to another level. So, but J.J. Abrams, he's the reboot kind of king though.
Rogue
That's what he
Nation
does.
is the last one I think I've seen.
Yeah, Road Nation is the second to last one.
Well, maybe that's not it. Maybe it's Ghost Protocol then.
Ghost Protocol is really good. I like that better than Road Nation.
Yeah, it's good. It was real good. I just saw that maybe 3 months ago for the first time. I'm kind of
Yeah.
behind on a lot of these movies that's come out in last. Somehow, I think I'm going to be getting
Yeah.
caught up here pretty soon.
And as much as I can't stand Simon Pegg, he's really good in Mission Impossibles.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because I get tired of him just saying how much he hates and disrespects anybody that likes the prequels, Star Wars prequels.
Yeah.
So
Well, he's kind of changing his tune on that a little bit too.
yeah, but I could say that I don't have any respect for him or anybody that likes that last Star Trek movie he was in. Because that
What was
movie,
it even called? Beyond, I think. Yeah,
Star Trek
Beyond.
Beyond. Yeah, oh man, that movie, it was flat.
Is that not good? Is it not good?
It's
Okay.
not that good. It really isn't.
I have not seen
Joe
it.
says Ghost
I heard
Protocol
some
is my
people say it
favorite.
was pretty good.
Joe says Ghost Protocol is my favorite Mission Impossible flick. Yeah, it's super good, man. Super good. Super good. So guys, man, this has become a very, very successful live stream. 26 people constantly. It's been a while. And we actually had 33 people watching all at one time. I would say this is our most successful live stream here so far. I guess I'll have to check the numbers too before after we actually get done here. So Star Trek Beyond Beastie Boys. Yeah, some of the music in that movie was weird. It just I didn't like some of the music in it. So, but my favorite Star Trek movie is Wrath of Khan.
Let's not hate on the Beastie Boys though now.
Yeah. But some of the music they put in that movie is misplaced.
First rap
and I actually only saw Beyond one time, and that was enough for me. And I don't know what's going to happen with Mission Impossible. I'm sorry, not Mission Impossible. It looks like Star Trek 4 is completely done. It looks like the whole thing is done now.
Yeah, Chris Pine don't want to do it. He or they don't want to pay him his asking price.
I wonder how much he wants. Hey, he's the star. He's the star of the movie. Got to pay the man. But based on that last Star Trek movie, nah.
Nah, they're just not grossing enough money. I mean, that's part of the problem,
Yeah. I'm looking forward to Aquaman 2. That's what I'm really, really looking forward to. I mean, that's the way to make DC right there. I mean, I would really like to see James Wan direct Man of Steel 2. They really need to get a Man of Steel movie going again. Yeah. I mean, Superman is the face of DC. They really need to get Henry Cavill back on board, which I don't think he's actually really gone.
They got
to get him.
Get Superman and Batman right.
Yes. But they got Superman. Henry Cavill is a great Superman.
I think he's very good, but there are people out there that can't.
He is the second best. He's the second best Superman to Christopher Reeves. I love
Agreed.
his Superman.
Agreed.
They just need to get
Agreed.
the story right. I mean, it's not that hard to get the story right. You know, bring in, bring in.
I don't know about it. Look at Ryan Johnson. Evidently, it's pretty hard to get a story right these days.
Get James Wan to direct it. Don't get Ryan Johnson. Don't bring him into DC.
Oh,
What if DC actually greenlighted a Ryan Johnson DC movie?
oh man.
Can you guys
I don't know,
imagine that?
dude. They're green lighting a James Gunn Suicide Squad movie.
Yeah, that's
So,
true. But it's
I'm
gonna have like different. It's gonna have
yeah,
like different actors or something too.
yeah. Iris Elba is Deadshot now. Did you
Yeah,
see that?
yeah, I saw that. Entertainment Hacker is here. John Paul Rye. What's going on? Make sure you guys check out Entertainment Hacker.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we 30 people watching right now. Let's get the 30 thumbs up. Can we do that? Can we get the 30 thumbs up right now? We had 26 thumbs up. Can we get there? Can we get there?
Have you seen that Pod Racer Unreal Engine 4 video on YouTube?
No, I
Somebody,
haven't.
yeah, you need to check that out. It's pretty crazy.
I haven't seen it.
Entertainment Hacker says, I don't like James Gunn. I don't hate him. He's just a weirdo.
He's a creepo. He's
God, he's
creepy.
a creep. I just can't do it. I just can't do it.
Yeah, I
Uh,
can't support James Gunn. I
yeah,
can't.
that's going to get you some hate right there, man. There are some people that like some James Gunn.
Well, look what Woke Hollywood did. They were all defending him. I was like, how in the world could you support what he was tweeting out?
Right.
You know?
I just can't do it. I just can't do it.
Actually, you know what? That video I did on that too, talking about what happened, that was limited monetization for me. I was like, that must be a very, very
Why?
controversial topic to talk about. Yeah, limited ads are going to be running on that video. So I'm starting to like look at everything what they're doing just to make sure that I don't get demonetized and stuff. But I guess that's a controversial topic when you're actually talking about that kind of stuff. So
Right.
yeah, Joe says smash the melee button. Well, if this is Geeks and Gamers, that would be the like button. So like he said, just smash it. So hopefully we can get to, and that'd be so cool, man. Jeremy's getting like 3,000 people watching his live streams now.
That's nuts.
Yeah, he had 6 million views this month, the past month.
Yeah.
Said that's his most successful
month.
Insane. That is crazy, man.
Yeah. And I'm going to tell you what's so impressive about what Jeremy's doing. He is destroying channels that have 2 and 3 times the amount of subs he has on views.
Yep.
Doesn't Hello Greedo have like 250,000 subs?
I don't think he has that many.
It's like mashing him,
And Hello Greedo's not getting the views.
Oh, yeah, not at all.
He's not getting the views. And Jerry's been ripping those guys apart too, man. Let me see what Hello Greedo's doing. He actually spells it, I think, with all one word. Yeah, Hello Greedo. Yeah, man, he has. Wow. Hello Greedo has 206,000 subscribers. But check this out. He's losing subscribers like crazy. Like he had on the 6, he has minus 21, then minus 23, minus 10, minus 21, then plus 16, minus 7, minus 10, minus 21. It's like his channel's dying. And he's only getting like 10,000 views a day with that many subs.
That's weird.
Yeah.
There's no other. He must have attacked the fan. He must have.
Yeah, he must have did something.
I've only seen that out of people that have attacked fans in some way. Yeah. Usually for not liking The Last Jedi.
Yeah.
Now I'll tell you what is surprising. John Campea still gets a ton of views.
John Campea, he has 157,000 subs. Well, yeah, he's still getting them. He has like
Oh,
3.5 million for
yeah, that's
the month.
pretty good.
It's pretty good. Um,
And
hit,
surprising, I mean, if you look at his comments, a lot of people like Campia because him and Kristen Harloff used to do AMC Movie Talk
yeah,
back in the theater days, and a lot of
yeah,
people are still just sort of riding with that.
yeah. But Campia, he doesn't interact with his audience at all. He has live streams. He have like 1,200 people watching, and I guess he only reads, I think, super chats. He won't read the regular chats. Oh, Jeremy called him out on that too. He did. Jeremy ripped him a new one on that one because Jeremy gets a ton of super chats, but Jeremy reads a
Yeah.
lot of the non super chats. I don't know how he does it because that stream, like I remember we had a really good stream on this channel a few months ago. I was having trouble keeping up with the chat, and I know that I was getting anywhere near the
Right.
amount of chats on that video on the live stream that we had. So
Snoke
yeah.
Spinal Tap says Clark versus Draw is the best Superman fight scene.
Oh, Superman 3.
Yeah.
I actually like that. I like that movie. A lot of people don't like that movie.
Yeah.
That's the Richard
It's
Pryor
good. It's
movie.
good.
I like that. I like that Superman movie.
Mm,
Guys, we had 29 thumbs up. Can we get one more? Let's get to 30. Let's see. Entertainment Hacker Time Traveler, you're right. Subs is just a number. You judge by views, likes, comments, which Geeks and Game is very high on, and Shields are losing on. Yeah. I mean, you're right. I mean, it's all about the views with Jeremy. He still looks at his analytics. I still look at my subs, even though technically right now subs don't really matter for me anymore. But as far as, having a monetized channel, but you still want that engagement with everybody. So I'm still want people to subscribe to my channel. I still want that interaction. I like interacting with everybody. We're reading all the comments right now.
right.
We said
That's
people
what I'm
drop
doing.
comments.
That's what I'm literally doing right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. We said read the comments. Like I said, it doesn't matter if you want to super chat me, that's fine, but you don't have to because we're going to read your comments no matter what. It's just that if you do super chat, that has to get more attention because people are actually paying for that. So that's the difference right there. So, and I've really want to kind of what's that?
Go ahead.
I said I really like watching Jeremy's live streams. I like what he does, and I can see that's one of the reasons why he grows is because of the way he interacts on his live streams, and I'm trying to replicate that here also. Yeah.
And you can't lose sight of the fact of how hard it is to solo live stream.
Yes. I mean, I was doing that pretty good at first when I was a lot smaller. We had 7 people watching, if that.
Right.
I actually remember my first real live stream. I think we had like 3 people. I know it was you. I think it was Everything Star Wars. And I think that was really about it. It was about 35 minutes. Sometimes I would actually do a live stream and I would never I put it as private because I was just so embarrassed because like nobody was on it. So they're still up, but you can't see it because it's private. And I was like, man.
Hey, our boy Entertainment Hacker just hooked you up with a super chat.
Thank you so much. 200 yen. I owe you one. Congrats on the channel. Thank you so much. That means a lot. That means a lot to me.
Please subscribe to Entertainment Hacker's channel.
Yes. And his shield videos are really, really funny.
Oh, the best.
His shield videos are so funny. You got to watch it. This is interesting here. I didn't know this. Razin says, Hacker, why Alita movie is hated by Japan? That's a good question. I haven't heard about that one. If it is, something's wrong, but I know it's based off the Japanese manga, so it's more of a Japanese thing. But man, Alita, I love Alita. Alita, honestly, I think Alita and The Mule, that's probably the 2 best movies I've seen this year. The Mule with Clint Eastwood is so good. It is really, really, really good.
I have not seen it, but I want to see it. real bad. Man, that's probably the one movie last year that came out that arguably I wanted to see the most.
Yeah.
But we're on borrowed time with Clint, and he's absolutely one of my favorite actors.
Yeah.
I was
Word
a
is
little
he's
worried
probably
about
going to retire.
really.
Yeah,
Well,
I think that was a rumor. So, but
yeah,
it's really good. Bradley Cooper's in that movie. I mean, he's still Clint Eastwood, man. He's Clint Eastwood. Um, what I say? Oh, I was disappointed with Glass. So, of course, I haven't seen Captain Marvel, but I'm gonna call it now. Infinity Wars. I mean, not Infinity War. Endgame is probably going to be the best movie of the year. Probably going to be. And I think the Joker is going to be really good too. So I think the movies that I'm most excited to see this year now are Avengers, Endgame, and Joker. I think that's two movies I really want to see this year.
I can tell you right now, just far as pure movie style,
Yeah,
I'm probably going to enjoy the Joker more
yeah,
because I like gangster movies, and it's supposed to be a gangster movie.
yeah,
So
yeah,
it kind of in the vein of like Goodfellas or something like that, only with the Joker in it.
yeah,
So that's going to be really unique,
yeah,
really interesting.
yeah. Entertainment Hacker says, "Don't sweat it. You gave me a shout out." And John Talks Live, least I can do. Well, thanks. Thanks so much for the super chat. I forgot I gave you a shout out on this channel. Completely forgot about that. Man, you got a good memory.
30 likes.
Good. 30 lights. That's good. We're down to 21 people watching, but that's good. Eventually,
That's
maybe on Bad versus Evil, we can get up to 40
right.
lights on that video. So we'll have to see about that.
God,
Godzilla King of Monsters. Oh yeah, that trailer looks good.
yeah, it does. I
Uh,
actually like that. I actually like that first one a lot more than most people do.
I need to see it again. I need to see it. I haven't seen it.
I watched it not too long ago, and I was like, this is better than I remember it.
Who was in it? It was basically the same people in it. Was Kenan Watanabe in it?
Oh, God, Bryan Cranston was in it from Breaking Bad,
Oh, okay.
the first Godzilla. But he was only in it for like the first 30 minutes.
First
And
30 minutes. Okay.
yeah. And then wasn't what's his name? Ken
Ken Watanabe.
yeah, he was in it.
Okay. So it
Isn't he
does really kind of
he's in
connect.
the sequel too, isn't he?
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah. He was
think.
in the trailer, and Millie
Yeah.
Bobby Brown is in it too. So man, she's really good in Stranger Things. Stranger Things. That's another one I'm really looking forward to. It comes out this summer.
July
Oh
1st.
man, I cannot wait. It's on Netflix. And just so you guys know, they're taking the Clone Wars off of Netflix. I think April, first week of April or second week of April is going
Are
off of
they really
Netflix.
going to finally take it off of there? They've been
Yeah,
threatening for years.
man, it's been on there forever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Every year
they're taking it
except
off.
for last year.
So I'm assuming it's going to Disney Plus.
God. I've watched about 20 episodes in the last month. I guess I need to get on there and bear down.
Yeah, I'm rewatching it right now. I'm on season 2.
Yeah.
So we're trying to watch it. Actually, when we get done here, I think we're gonna go and watch it.
There's like put together list out there of like key episodes that if you're gonna sit down and just be able to watch a certain amount of them, there's lists out there that are like the key episodes you want to make sure you see.
Yeah.
Um, so I kind of started working off that. The first thing I did before I even like just jumped in was I went through and watched all the ones Boba Fett was in. That's what I did.
Well, that's your guy though.
Yeah, that's one of my dudes. So
Yeah, he hasn't showed up yet. I can't remember which season he actually shows up on. I don't remember.
it's like the end of the first, into the second. I think it's the end of the first, going into the second season.
Oh, okay.
I think, if I remember correctly, and that's of course Cad Bane is doing a lot around that
Yeah,
time.
Cad Bane is season 2. That was pretty cool.
I'm telling you, I'm calling it right now. Cad Bane is going to show up in The Mandalorian. I'm calling it. So
Well, if George Lucas actually had his way and actually continued on with Clone Wars. Him and Boba Fett had a Western style showdown.
Oh yeah,
But
I did a reaction video to
yeah,
that.
my concern about Clone Wars is it's going to be too Disney-fied. So I think they're probably going to end up making it too kid friendly in a way, because that's the reason why they took it off the air. They said it was getting too un Disney
I
like.
don't know. Filoni, that's such Filoni's baby. You know, I just
Yeah,
think he's probably gonna. He's probably. I think now the one thing I will say is I think you might be seeing some creative change over there,
yeah,
and I think Filoni's going to be involved in that. That'd be a good subject for Bad versus
yeah.
Evil.
We can say that.
Not too long for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mara J says I have the Clone Wars on Blu-ray, so I'm good. Yeah, I think I need to get it on Blu-ray. I really do. So, but guys, we're about to wrap this show up. Thank you guys so much for joining us. This was a very, very successful show. And make sure you tune in to Bad versus Evil on Friday, 5:30 p.m. Me and Rhodes will be doing that show. And I'm pretty sure we'll jump back into this top 20 mess again.
We always
So,
do.
yeah, 19 people watching right now. Smash the like button right now. Says we want to get people watching the replay once we're done here. So the engagement really, really helps. If you want to go back and drop a comment, on it, that'll help it also once we're done with the show here. So, Rhodes, you got any final thoughts?
I think I am great. We ran the gamut tonight of topics.
Yeah. Yes, we did. Yes, we did. So Friday's show is going to be interesting. I'm pretty sure we'll be talking Captain Marvel because that's the weekend. So Monday is just a small part of it. It's the Friday, Saturday, Sunday on week 2 of the box office. And I'm pretty sure next week will be a bit Captain Marvel week once the drop off happens, because it's going to drop off. It's just going to be a matter of how far it falls apart. So guys, have a safe night and we'll talk to you later.